Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, July 31st. I'm Michelle Lee.
And I'm Sydney Stallworth, and our Rennie Knott is live right now in Paris, the City of Light. Good morning, Rennie. Great to see you. I know you've been tracking a lot out there. You've been very busy.
A lot. And by the way, it's the afternoon here because we're 7 hours ahead. So the sun is up and it is hot. Behind me, you see the swimming facility. I'll tell you what just happened in there not too long ago for one of our local swimmers. Plus, you guys are going to love this. We are going to go shopping in Paris. Who doesn't want to do that? And we're going to meet one of the NBC people that you probably know who's here covering the Olympic Games. So much to do in this hour. I'll see you guys live from Paris coming up in just a bit.
All right. Thanks so much, Rennie. In the meantime, we are in that weather impact alert.
Yes.
Let's talk about that, Anthony.
All right, yes, so another day, day 3 of the extreme heat, and numbers are already climbing into the 70s and 80s. By lunchtime today, we're going to be at 93 in St. Louis. Heat index value then somewhere around 103, and then we go into the afternoon with highs climbing up near 100 today. Heat index values by then will range anywhere from 108 to 113 later on today. We have the heat, we have the humidity, but in the last half hour, the National Weather Service has issued this new severe thunderstorm watch for areas northeast of St. Louis. Thunderstorms coming in from the north are still strong and possibly severe. We're talking about heavy rain, frequent lightning, and even gusty winds for areas northeast of St. Louis between 7 and 11 this morning. We'll talk more about that coming up. Let's get over to Paul now and get an update on our morning drive. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Anthony. Yeah, we'll be closely watching that weather. Right now, we're closely watching the volume building up here and construction. Construction has lane closures here and there. Really what we watch are roads that are closed that are going to make you turn around. That's never fun. We're going to talk about that in just a quick second here, but look over here at the Veterans Memorial Bridge, there. We are getting very slow right there. We're going to keep a close eye on that. Know that for when you are coming from the Metro East into St. Louis. And then Old Route 21 at M in Jefferson County, that's closed. You'd have to turn back around there on 221. Just something to know about. We'll have another take of traffic coming up soon.
New into our newsroom, within the last half hour, police released new footage from the deadly shooting at Central Visual and Performing Arts High School 2 years ago.
Well, our Travis Cummings is live from in South City this morning. Travis, I know that you've been looking through this video within the last hour or so. We should be clear. This is an edited video from police, and they do lay out this timeline of what they're showing. What have you learned?
Michelle and Sydney, police are releasing edited school surveillance video here at CVPA. Now, this is all after a sunshine request that they needed to fulfill. We are currently reviewing it. Our team is back at the station. We've been looking at that. And since it's early in the morning, we're only going to be showing you the timeline of how this all unfolded. We will not be showing you the video at this time. And we're doing this out of transparency to really hold the police department accountable and to show you what unfolded here back in October of 2022. So again, we're going to put that timeline on the screen there. It kind of walks you through the moment that the suspect gets out of his vehicle. He walks up to the side door here on Arsenal Street at Kings Highway, and he then enters the door, which at the time, those doors were glass. They've since been replaced with steel. I can note that for you. And again, this is the timeline there from when you first see the 911 call made. We also hear the first radio dispatch, when the subject is located, and then we're going to see the moments when the subject is in custody here. Now, again, our team has been combing through this all morning, and we are waiting for several other details to drop at this time, but we will keep you updated as we learn more. Again, we're releasing this video out of transparency. We want you to know exactly what happened and what unfolded on that day back in October 2022. For now, we're live in South City. Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Thanks so much, Travis. Project 5 and Behavioral Health Response are focused on you and your mental health today. So if you or anyone you know needs mental health support, it is available from 10 this morning until 10:30 tonight. You can dial 988 to speak to a trained counselor. Teens can also text Be Heard to 31658.
The new information you just heard on the 2022 CVPA shooting is being released as the district deals with uncertainty. The American Federation of Teachers spokesperson tells us they are not currently concerned about St. Louis Public Schools' financial situation, but how to get students to and from class is a big concern. The district says they'll be ready on day one. The teachers union does support the investigation into Superintendent Dr. Keisha Scarlett, who was placed on leave last week due to a personnel matter.
This morning, after 34 years in prison for a murder he says he didn't commit, Christopher Dunn is waking up a free man. Prosecutors dropped his charges just hours ago after an 8-day legal battle with the state once a judge overturned his conviction. Today is the last day the Calverton Park Police Department will be in service. Starting tomorrow, Florissant Police will take over patrols in the area. Calverton Parks Board of Aldermen unanimously voted to close the department last week to use the money to repay a COVID-era loan from the state.
There's lots of Olympic fun, switching gears here, to look forward to today, including that men's gymnastics all-around final everyone's been talking about on social media, and men's and women's 100-meter free finals in swimming.
You can also catch women's beach volleyball at 8 a.m. right here on 5 on Your Side, and St. Louis's very own Jason Tatum and Team USA will take on South Sudan this afternoon. And new this morning, could the Olympic trials be coming back to St. Louis? Our Diamond Palmer is joining us live downtown with the really aggressive approach that leaders are taking this morning.
Diamond, when could St. Louis be home to another trial, and which sport could we be hosting?
Yeah, well, Michelle and Sydney, it could really be in the next 2 years. Of course, that's when we're going to see the Winter Olympics in Italy. And the St. Louis Sports Commission tells me that this month, that's when they submitted a bid to have skating come here for the Olympic trials. Now, they've got their fingers crossed. And like you said, they are being very aggressive about this approach. Of course, we all know that they're not new to hosting Olympic trials here in our city. They've actually hosted already 5 successful bids and had them here right here in St. Louis, but they say it all depends on things like tax revenue and hotel revenue. That's what brings in the real money to our city, and they appreciate that. So we're going to actually show you some video from the last time that we had trials here. That was in 2021. Now, St. Louis actually missed out on millions of dollars losing the gymnastics trials to Minneapolis this year. Some factors include issues with venue and the financial aspect. And the last time, like I said, that St. Louis hosted the Olympic trials was in 2021 for men's and women's gymnastics. That's where we saw stars like Simone Biles, Suni Lee, and Jordan Childs bringing in about 21,000 people to the Dome. So look at that economic impact. The St. Louis Sports Commission says it brought in millions of dollars to our city.
If you want to pin down a figure, it's probably somewhere between $15 and $20 million of economic impact. And that's significant. And just, we're a community that thrives on hosting events like these. And they are a significant boost for downtown St. Louis and for our entire region.
So if the Sports Commission is successful with bringing these skating trials back to St. Louis, it'll be the first time our city has seen that happen since 2006. I know I've got my fingers crossed. Hopefully you guys at home do as well. The Sports Commission says that, of course, public safety challenges do exist for large events like this, just like any other city, but they say crime in St. Louis has never been an issue for not getting a successful bid. But in terms of those successful bids, it takes the collaboration of city and county. Reporting in downtown St. Louis, Diamond Palmer, 5 on Your Side.
Thanks so much, Diamond. We'll keep our fingers crossed in here in the studio too.